Okay, welcome to another tutorial. This is actually the part 2 to using Google Meet. So if you haven't seen the first part, you want to go back and look at that one first. That one's going to give you the basics and talk about what you can do with the tool. We're going to show it operationally here. So again, we got the two different ways that we can launch it. I'm going to launch it here. Join or start a meeting. Remember, you can use no punctuations. So I have a meeting called Bob's Test 12. And so here I am. I can check my camera. I got a little bit of light in there, but that's fine, whatever. Okay, so join now. And then this is the information that you're going to need. This is the name of the meeting here. Naturally, I have a cat that has to be part of the process because I'm not talking to her. Then there is the details here of this is the link that you can email or share with your students. We also have a dial-in and a pin. Sometimes that's a little bit easier to deal with. And sometimes that's a little bit, it can be a little bit more complicated. And then we can add people. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. You can do it with an email address. And then they'll just get an invite. Send the invite. And so while that's in the process of happening, I'm going to turn on the closed caption component. Now, just something to point out that if people on the far side, whoever you're actually in the meeting with, if they also need the closed caption, in other words, if they want to see the words showing up on their screen, I'm only seeing it on my screen because I've turned on closed caption. Even as the host or the presenter, this does not do anything to the far side, anybody else who's watching the presentation. They will have to turn on their own closed caption if they want it. So if you are presenting, if you are a teacher, make sure that you share that information with them. Okay, so we're just kind of waiting until the email gets to my participant, and then we'll show that. Okay, and as you'll see, we have another participant, or actually we will have another participant person shortly as soon as I log in and accept here. But what you'll see is you'll notice this participant panel, and understand that you can get to these panels. This is the number of people that are listed here, as well as the chat, just by bouncing back and forth, and then just click outside of this box if you ever need to get rid of it, because you won't be able to get access to your buttons down here if you have that open. So we should have another member shortly. And there's our other member. Okay. So that person is going to say join and be part of the process. And I'm going to turn on some, I should say off, some other speakers and so forth, because I'm real close. And there's going to be a bit of an echo. Okay. So what we're looking at here is the person on the far side. I'm going to turn off captions for right now. So notice we have two people here. This is the other person. That's basically what I'm looking at. If I want to look at myself, I'll click back here. Okay. So that's me. That's the other side. Okay. If you want to chat with them, you got the chat possibilities there. And then again, we can click off the box. Now, one of the things that I'll remind you, I talked about this in the first one, but it's better to pre-set up everything. By that I mean if you have different links that you're going to go to, You got websites or what have you, or a video that you want to show, have them all open ahead of time and prepped. And do not do it in tabs. Doing it in their own individual window. So that's Command N will get you a new window on a Mac, and Control N will get you a new window on a PC. Or you can always go up to File in the top here and choose New Window. But if you open them in tabs and you forget, you'll figure it out real quick when you go to Share, and you'll get that mirroring effect where it looks like it's about 15 copies of that window or that tab just getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. So like you're taking a video of a video of a video of a video. Okay, so at this particular point, we're going to go through and present at this point. And so I am going to select a window. Will then allow me to get access to the windows. So I'm going to pick this ESPN and share. And so now what we have going on here is this particular sharing. Now you can see down here that it says stop sharing, so you know you're sharing, but it's not really going to look to you unless you do something that will show that the sharing's taking place. If I go back here, you notice that I have three things. Well, we haven't had anybody else added to the presentation. Okay, haven't had any of that. There's still only two of us in here, but there's three things. You'll also notice, besides me, if I wanted to get back to me, right, and we can see that this other student or other participant is here, but there's also this other tab here, and it's for the presentation. So this is what I'm showing. So if I wanted to see what I'm showing the audience, I just click here in order to get that. If I want to get back to me, now because I'm sharing, even though I'm looking at me, they are still seeing the ESPN page, okay? And now I'm seeing the same thing they are, that type of a thing. Okay, if I wanted to go back to seeing this individual person and what's going on there, I can do that. I can also stop sharing, and then I can get back out. I can go back to present now. Notice we're down to 2 again, and I can pick another window, and I can go to, I think this is PBS. And so now this is what's on the dptv.org or our local PBS station. So again, just showing you some of the types of things that you can do. And make sure when you get to this situation where you're looking at this setup, there's going to be a lot of lists. If you have 5 or 6 slides that you're sharing, we got a lot of things going on. You'll be able to look at any of those. Plus, every single participant is going to be listed here. And you can go to their screen, see what's going on, see what they're seeing. And this might be important if somebody's got a poor connection, but you still would like them to participate. Sometimes turning off their video and just using the audio is kind of the best way to go here. Okay. So again, if I wanted to show my presentation, we got that going on. And if I wanted to get back to me, and I want to do that just because another cat has decided that he has to be in the presentation because I'm talking and I'm not talking to him. So if I get back out to here, one of the other things, just to remind you, I showed you this in the other presentation, but if you click the more options here, the snowman over to the right, this allows you to do a number of those other things. You got the captions here again, you got your settings. Also allows a participant to use the phone for audio in case they just wanted to listen to what was going on versus actually participate with the video. But the other more important thing is to record the meeting. And you want to make sure that you press record and then you stop recording. Once you press record, accept, and then do wait a few seconds. It's going to show up here, it's going to turn red. If you start talking right away, you're going to cut yourself off. So wait about 5 seconds, wait till it turns red, and then start talking. When you're done, the copy of your recording is going to end up into Google Drive under a, I think it's Meet videos or something like that, but you'll notice it when you get in there. I also got an email to my email address that I have signed up with my Google Meet account, so it might be that both of those things happen. So hopefully this was helpful as a part 2, and hopefully you can make some usage out of the tool. Thanks.